A few hours ago, Eric Cantor was one of the most powerful men in Washington. But late today, he announced he is stepping down as House Majority Leader after a stunning defeat in a Republican primary in Virginia last night. He was upset by a candidate backed by the Tea Party, David Brat, and it wasn't even close. Cantor, elected to the House in 2000 and Majority Leader since 2011, appeared to be on track to become Speaker of the House. His defeat was the first of a Majority Leader since that post was created more than a century ago. No one saw it coming, and it sent shockwaves across the country. Our political team looks at why it happened and what happens next. First, Nancy Cordes on Capitol Hill. Nancy?
Scott, because this is Washington, lawmakers began jockeying for Cantor's leadership post within a few hours of his surprise defeat. All day long, they have been holding secret meetings and texting each other, asking for support in a House election to be held next week.
In the end, the voters chose a different candidate.
Cantor's defeat left lawmakers reeling. He was widely seen as the heir apparent to House Speaker John Boehner.
Eric Cantor is a good friend of mine, and he's been a very good leader for our party.
We came up short.
Cantor spent $5 million to his opponent's $122,000, a 40-to-1 ratio. Economics professor Dave Brat was considered such a long shot, even Tea Party groups largely ignored him.
This is a miracle from God that has happened.
Brat made immigration a marquee issue, arguing Cantor's support for granting citizenship to some undocumented children put him out of step with conservatives.
Cantor seems to sway either way. It's all in what's in his best interest at the time.
Virginia voters like Boyce Best and Joe DeShazo said Cantor's ambition and high rank worked against him.
Eric Cantor spent so much time playing the national scene that he forgot about the people here in Hanover.
Cantor's role as Majority Leader was to set the legislative agenda for House Republicans and raise money for GOP colleagues. Democrats said you were too extreme. Conservatives said you were too compromising. What advice do you have for your successor?
I think that this town should be about trying to strike common ground. I've always said it's better if we can agree to disagree, but find in areas which we can produce results.
Cantor said he'll be supporting House Majority Whip Kevin McCarthy of California to replace him. And Scott, even though Cantor will be relinquishing his leadership post at the end of next month, he does plan to serve out the remainder of his term.